Hi guys, it's Tuesday and I have another Mixed Media Friday to bring to you. This is a collaboration with Miranda Weber, and I'll have her link in the description bar below. And we just kind of get messy every other Friday and bring you our ways of getting messy on mixed media. So, I am basically taking some pieces from the new pink and cream bouquets collection from Cheeky, and then some products from Citrus Twist Kit. And I think that was the newest kit so it was maybe February. Yeah, I think it was February. So, what I'm doing here is I am taking some embossing ink and I'm using my favorite heart stamp, and I am just going to emboss on that White American Crafts cardstock, and it's going to make a resist. So I'm going to do the hearts, and I'm also going to take a stamp from the Citrus Twist Kit, and I'm going to do the same thing with it as well. And it is white on white, so it's quite subtle, but it just adds that extra texture that I really enjoy. And I've done this before. If you followed me for a while, you would know that that's my favorite stamp, and I have done this technique before. But if you're new to my channel, I wanted to share it with you, and I really, really do enjoy it. It's a really fun way to get messy on your page. So here I'm just grabbing a couple of those stamps, and one of them says loving and one of them says big day. Now, big day is not a large enough, it wasn't a large enough stamp that it actually translated, so you can't even really see it on the page. But loving came out really good. So my suggestion is to use a bold print when you're doing this so that it actually shows up, especially when you put your wet mixed media on it. I didn't do any gesso on the back of this. I didn't think it needed it. I'm just going to go direct to paper after I do this embossing, and I'm going to add some products. I think they're just Shimmer's products, but yeah, I do like how it turned out. It's very soft. Oh, I did try to add some distress stain, and it was in that spun sugar. And that was, I don't know, does that go bad or something? Because honestly, I was pretty shocked that it looked dirty and it had stuff floating around in it. I ended up pitching it because it just looked yucky. So I am taking some Viva, and I'm going to get it wet, and I do like Viva. I believe that color is called Marigold. So see, I'm trying to work with that distress stain, and it's just not pretty. It's not even pink anymore. It's almost kind of muddy. So you'll see me just give up. That goes in the trash. So I'm going to get this Viva color. Oh no, that color I think is called apricot, actually. I do remember it's called apricot. So it's just a soft color, but the thing about Viva is they're so shimmery and bright. I love them, and they last forever. So I just get it wet, and I'm using the packaging technique. Now the thing about these, they are pretty thick, so it's hard to get splatters. You're going to have to add a lot of water, but the shine on them is worth it. I mean, it is just, it's beautiful. I hope that the camera picks it up because it is just really pretty. So I'm going to add a few more colors. I'm just drawing it up here, and I'm really unhappy with that that first color, the spun sugar. So I'm going to try and go over that with some of this distress ink in Fired Brick. And I don't like it to be too red. That can be a strong red, so I water it down quite a bit. And you can see how the embossing just shows right through. Like, it just looks so good when you add ink on top of it, or shimmers or mists or whatever Distress ink. Yeah, it just makes it look so pretty. And you'll just blot that up and you can see all the beautiful hearts under there and the word loving. And I'm just kind of doing my thing. Now this is a Shimmers product that's over at Cheeky Studio and it is Glorious Day. And I use that a lot. It's a very vibrant, shiny gold color. And so it does complement that Viva Gold color. Well, it's apricot. It's not really gold. So I'm just giving you a little close-up so you can get an idea of the resist and how pretty it turns out. And then I am taking, I didn't like the old McDonald, but I'm taking this sheet of music paper, which I originally thought I would use for London because she used to play piano, but I went to this concert. So this is a picture of me and the lead singer, and it is like one of my favorite bands. It's called Green River Ordinance, and if you like folk, kind of like, I call it river music. So in Texas, if you go down by the river and you're listening to country, it's kind of a folky river music. And so they are from Fort Worth, and I grew up very close to Fort Worth. And they actually debuted at this venue called the Aardvark, and the Aardvark was closing. So they were there the night it was closing, so it was kind of like sentimental. And Alan wasn't feeling very good, but he was a trooper, and we went anyway, even though I told him he didn't have to, and I'd be okay. He said, no, we're going to go. You love them. We always miss seeing them for some reason or another, even when we buy tickets. And so it was such a good night. I couldn't have asked for a better night. And I got my picture with him. Bab made sure, and I loved it. It was such a good evening. So I'm just doing some layering on the back of my photo, and I believe the label and the frame came from the Maggie Holmes Flourish collection. And I'm sorry if I sound funny, but my allergies have just gone nuts today. I woke up like this, so I apologize. Now this is new product at Cheeky.studio, and it is called Pink and Cream Bouquets. And it's just a soft, lovely ivory and pink and green and burgundy. It's just beautiful. I love how it turned out. So that collection of ephemera is in the shop, and there's also sequins that match. And I did make this kind of as a special request. I pulled these colors because somebody was having a wedding or an engagement and wondered if I could do something in these colors. So I'm going to have to reach back out to her and let her know that's available now. And I think it's good for like spring too. And I do have that little pop of purple and dark blue, which I couldn't resist, but I only use the one feather there at the bottom. I don't end up using one at the top. And I'm going to mess with these little labels. You're going to see me, I'm going to put this one down that says You're My Jam, but I'm going to end up taking it off because I'm going to end up putting the thickers over that area, but it works out. It all works out. And I did add a little bit of thread behind those bouquets, and I'm tucking in one of the little feathers behind the bouquet that comes in that collection. And here is some label stickers that are also Maggie Holmes Flourish. And they're just a beautiful cream with gold letters. And I do bring in some flair and some buttons. Now, I used to use buttons like crazy on everything, but, you know, things come and go. And I thought this would be a fun layout to bring back buttons because it'll match the color of mist and inks and also the pink and cream bouquets. And I love how it turned out. I really think it is nice. And that flare is from the Valentine's Day 2018 collection, and it matched really, really well. Especially it has feathers, so it kind of picks up that blue in the feathers. I needed another blue kind of in that corner. Also using some of the gold hearts from the Maggie Holmes stickers. And all of those were in that Citrus Twist February kit. But they're so teeny tiners. I was like, oh no, I cannot seem to manage this with my fingers. So I had to get out my little tiner tweezers. Say that 5 times fast. So also some black labels from the Maggie Holmes. One says Happy Little Moments. One says Today Was the Best. And it was so awesome. I can't tell you how much fun I had. I'm also going to bring in the letters from Maggie Holmes and spell his name. The lead singer's name is Josh. And that's going to go up at the top, right above that black label. And these stickers are just the perfect match. They're kind of a, I don't know, like an apricot is the best way to describe them. But they have a clear glitter over them. And I just love how they turned out on the page. And I'm going to put those just to the right of the picture over that music paper. So I kind of fuss with it because that one label's in the way. And I kind of, interview where it's going to go. But I like where it ends up. And it works out in the end. So I am going to ask you to check out the Facebook group. We're doing some fun new things over there. If you haven't gone over to Cheeky Studio Group, we've been having a blast. Yesterday, Bab did, and I was part of the tail end, but I did not expect him to do this. He did a 4-hour stream live on Facebook, and so it was pretty hilarious, I would have to say. True got involved, and Colby walked through, and we were just having fun. I came home and he was still streaming, so I was like, oh, okay. And we were putting together orders, and I couldn't believe he did that. But it was fun. And I finished the orders, and you can see the mayhem if you want to. It's still on the Facebook group. So I'm just gluing those down because they like to move around. And I want everything to be secure because my children do love to go through my scrapbooks. And I don't like things to fall off. So I managed to pull up that label that says You're My Jam. And I'm going to put it directly underneath the ORD. So I'm pretty sure this is going to finish up the layout other than the name Josh that I pull in. And I'm going to have still pictures at the end. And I am going to have information on Cheeky Studio and also Instagram and how you can find us on Twitter and all of that good stuff. So you never have to miss anything from me or from Cheeky. And if you like the video, please thumbs up and subscribe and all that good stuff. And what else? Oh yeah, go check out Miranda's channel. She is my cohort in this. So she does some really great mixed media layouts, and I think you would enjoy watching her as well. And she's going to be in that description bar below. So that's it. There's going to be stills and close-ups. Oh, I do add the date with my favorite Heidi Swap date, roller date stamp. And that will finish it up. So just figuring out where to put that. And we're done. So I hope you have a lovely evening. And I look forward to visiting with you soon and bringing you more layouts. And I hope you had a great Valentine's. And I will talk to you later. Ta-ta for now. Bye.